First, I want to thank our impressive set of witnesses for being here today. You each possess tremendous expertise on global economic security measures like sanctions, export controls, and CFIUS. We look forward to your insights. The National Security Subcommittee has made exposing the threat posed by the Chinese Communist Party to the United States our top priority. Chairman McHenry shares this goal. The very first hearing this committee held in the 118th Congress was a full committee hearing tackling the economic competition with China, and our first subcommittee hearing looked at the CCP's business model that fuels the fentanyl crisis. I also serve on the Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party, where these concerns are the focus of our work. 2023 was a pivotal year in U.S.-Chinese economic relations, and one U.S. businesses and investors should reflect upon carefully before they continue to do business with the CCP. We saw Chinese security forces raid and imprison local staff at U.S. consulting firms, Capvision, Bain & Company, and Mintz. They imposed sanctions on U.S. companies Lockheed Martin and Raytheon, banned U.S. chipmaker Micron, detained a senior executive of Japan's Astellas Pharma Group, and hit London-headquartered Deloitte with a record fine. This behavior hasn't let up this year. Earlier this month, the CCP announced sanctions on 5 U.S.-based companies, causing them to lose any property they have in China and prohibiting them from working with Chinese organizations and individuals. These new sanctions came as a result of U.S. arms sales to Taiwan. Top intelligence officials predict that China will invade Taiwan this decade, in which case more sanctions will come, and you can bet all U.S. direct investment in China will be nationalized. However, foreign companies continue to make substantial investments into China, and U.S. business executives continue to line up at the trough. Some even pay $2,000 a plate for the privilege of having dinner with Xi Jinping in San Francisco. We must make sure that those investments do not harm the security of the United States and our allies. So while this should serve as a major warning to U.S. investors who haven't yet got the message about the risk of doing business with Chinese organizations, it should also be a reminder to Congress that we need to get this right. We've been debating outbound investment screening for multiple Congresses and multiple White House administrations. Last August, the Biden administration released an executive order that took a targeted approach to restricting outbound investment. Chairman McHenry and I agreed this took a step in the right direction, but could be improved through legislative action, which is more permanent. Others in Congress are working on this issue. Last year, the Senate attempted to attach a provision to the NDAA, and the House Foreign Affairs Committee introduced its own bill. I applaud the efforts of my colleagues for continuing to think about how to address these challenges. We all share the same concerns around American investors feeding the beast that is the People's Republic of China. However, the best approach that I have seen on this front is the bill sponsored by my good friend, Mr. Andy Barr, the chairman of the Subcommittee on Financial Institutions and Monetary Policy, as well as a member of the subcommittee. His Chinese Military and Surveillance Company Sanctions Act passed through our committee with full bipartisan support, and I was a proud original co-sponsor as well. He also sits on the China Select Committee as a representative, like myself, from this committee. His legislation will require the president to impose sanctions on companies involved with China's defense or surveillance technology sectors. In my opinion, and the opinion of many on this committee, it is the bill that takes the toughest approach toward combating the economic threat of the CCP. At the same time, we cannot undermine the importance of a free market economy. So when we discuss this topic, it is critical to find the right balance between protecting Americans and our allies from the threats imposed by the Chinese Communist Party and other adversaries like Russia, while also promoting a global market that allows our economy to thrive without creating a sprawling new bureaucracy. I hope today's hearing will advance our productive conversations and help shape good policy for the American people. Again, I look forward to hearing from our witnesses and yield the balance of my time.